So my dear friends, so far we have seen how does the knowledge begin, right? We have seen the process of knowing. In process of knowing we have seen experience, understanding and judgment. These are the three things that is in process of knowing. In order to know something we have to go through all these three elements: experience, understanding and judgment, right? So in this video we'll try to know whatever we know is true or not, whether it is justified, true belief or not, right? So any knowledge that we have, how can we know this knowledge is true, right? We have to understand then what is truth. Truth is the result of evidence, right? Let me tell you once more. Truth is the result of evidence and error is the laxity of evidence, right? In order to have true knowledge, we need evidence, right? We need evidence, then only that will become true. So any knowledge that we have, any knowledge, you can take your own knowledge that you have. So how will you prove this knowledge is true, right? How can we consider it this knowledge is true? How can we consider this belief is true, right? So as I have defined you, the truth is the result of evidence and error is the laxity of evidence, right? So my dear friends, there are certain theories of truth that help us to establish the epistemological truth, right? There are certain theories of truth that will help us to understand, to identify the knowledge whether it is true or false. Understand? So let us try to know some of the theories of truth. So first is correspondence theory. This is the first theories of the truth, the correspondence theory. What is this correspondence theory, right? So by these theories of the truth we can understand whether the things are true or not, whether the knowledge is true or not. Understand? So please keep it in your mind. How do we consider any belief or any knowledge is true, right? So the correspondence theory, it says if the mind corresponds to the reality, then it is true. If the things does not correspond to the mind, then it is not true. Let me tell you once more. Correspondence theory, it says if the thing is corresponding to the reality, then it is true. If the mind is corresponding to the reality, then it is true. So here it speaks about the corresponds, right? So mind should correspond to the reality, then it becomes true. If the mind is not corresponding to the reality, then it is not true. Understand? So let me take one example. You can see this object. When I look at this object, I make judgment, right? I say this is pen, right? This is pen. And how do I consider it then this is pen? How can I know that this knowledge, that pen, that I say this is pen, how can I consider it as true, right? So here correspondence theory, it says if the mind corresponds to the reality, then it is true. So when I say this is pen, that means my mind is corresponding to the reality that the object is pen, right? So the correspondence theory, it says if the mind corresponds to the reality, then it is true. If it corresponds to the reality, then it is true. If it does not correspond to the reality, then it is not true. Whereas when I am showing this pen and I am making judgment on this object, I am saying this is pen. That means it is corresponding to the reality what this reality is. This reality is pen. So the mind is corresponding to the object, right? Therefore I can say this is the knowledge that I have about this object is pen. That means it is true. The knowledge I have, it is pen, is true, right? So correspondence theory, it says if it corresponds to the reality, then it is true. Now let us go to another theory of truth, that is coherence theory. Now we have to understand what is this coherence theory, right? So coherence theory, it says if the proposition coheres to the reality, then it is true. Let me say once more. If the proposition or the statement coheres with a well-established statement, that is true. If the statement coheres with a well-established statement, then it is true. Let me give you one example. This is well-established statement, it is paper, right? Now you first understand this is called a paper, right? And we all know this is paper, right? So this is well-established statement, right? Anyone you call and asking what is this, he may say this is paper. Again you call someone else and ask what is this, he will reply same thing, this is paper. So any number of people you call and ask them, all will give the same reply, saying this is paper, right? So this is well established statement. So in the same way, when I come and I make judgment on it, I say this is paper. So how can I know this is paper? So how I can know this is paper? How can I accept it, this paper, as true, right? So the statement what I have made, if it corresponds to the well-established statement which is already made, then it is true. So when I look at it and I say this is paper, so the statement, the proposition which coheres with other well-established statement, then it is true. So my dear friends, I made a statement, this is paper, and this is paper is a proposition, and this proposition is cohering with other well-established statement. Others have said this is paper, right? So my statement and others' statement, my statement is cohering with other well-established statement, right? That means it is true, right? Now let us take another theory of truth, that is pragmatic theory. Now what is this pragmatic theory? Pragmatic theory is related to practical, right? It is related to practical. If something is useful, then that is true. Understand? If something is useful for me, then that becomes true for me. Understand? So that is pragmatic theory. So that is a theory, pragmatic theory, right? The theory of truth, pragmatic theory. So this is simple understanding. We can understand it. If something is useful for me, that is true. If or anything that comes in the useful of my life, then that is true. And if it is not useful, that is not true according to pragmatic theory, right? Now let us come to know another theory of truth, that is performative theory, right? Performative theory is nothing but it is related to performance. It is related to performance. If it is performed, then it is true. If it is not performed, then it is not true. And here we talk about the politicians, right? Politicians, before coming election, they go in various places and they give address to the people. They promise people that if we come in power, we'll give you this and that. So they make various promises to the people, saying that we will, if we come in the power, will provide you certain things, right? So the propositions which are made, and these propositions are fulfilled, then it is true. If the propositions that is made and it is not fulfilled, then it is not true. For example, let us try to understand it, right? By example, when we give example, we try to understand, right? So I will give you the simple example. You know, people, they come, the politicians, they come and they make lot of proposition to the people, saying that our party will give you 5,000 rupees to everyone, right? This is a proposition that the party is making. Will give you 5,000 rupees to every person. Will give you 5,000 rupees to everyone who are remaining in this country, right? So how do we consider this proposition as true, right? Unless this proposition performs, unless this proposition is performed, we are not going to see any truth, right? If the proposition is performed, then only the truth can be seen, right? So any proposition, if I say, or if a party has given the statement, will give you 5,000 rupees. Unless party gives 5,000 rupees, the proposition does not become true. If the party will give everyone 5,000 rupees, then only the proposition will become true. Otherwise, it is not going to be true, right? So here, any proposition, if that is performed, then it is true. If that is not performed, then it is not true. So my dear friends, we have seen the various theories of truth, and these theories that helps us to understand the knowledge is whether true or false. We have seen all these theories of truth, as I said, correspondence theory, coherence theory, pragmatic theory, right? Pragmatic theory and performative theory, right? So all this theory help us to understand whether the knowledge is true or not. But then we find there are certain criticism that is given to all these theories, right? All these theories, they are limited in themselves, right? So these theories also, these theories have also some criticism, but this theory anyway, it helps us to understand whether the knowledge is true or not, right? So there are various knowledge that we have, my dear friends. We have various types of beliefs, but these beliefs are really true or these beliefs are really false. We have to check under all these theories of truth. That will help us to understand whether our belief or knowledge is really true or not. For example, you have belief, right? You have belief of God. How you say that? How will you consider it as true? Just to check whether your belief of God is true or not under these various theories of truth.